What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are on the test server here today, and we will be testing out one of the brand new champions that just got introduced in the game from the Lizardmen faction, Pheidi Tealcreast. So where's Pheidi here? Pheidi Tealcreast. So Pheidi is actually in the game right now, as of this recording, and yeah, I get a chance to play test him on the test server. So we'll be going through this champion in this video. Why I decided to choose and playtest this champion, actually it looks really strong. He looks very strong. He has a great versatile kit. So let's go over his kit here real quick. He is a void legendary, so he's going to be, you know, obviously less easily accessible for people, but he's definitely worth it, I think, if you guys can pick him up. 23,000 HP, great base HP, decent base stats overall, got resistance and accuracy as well. He's a support champion, so no boosted crit damage here. Check out his kit, his A1. Got a double hit. Each hit heals the ally by 5% of this champion's max HP. Not bad, not terrible. He has a very high base HP, so you can control the size of the 5% heal, which is solid. Each hit also has a 100% chance when fully booked to fill the turn meter of an ally with the lowest turn meter by 10%. So generally this is a little bit on the weak side because it's only really targeting one champion. For example, like somebody like Taras, for example, he can basically turn meter boost your whole team with his A1. So it's a little bit on the weak side, but it does offer obviously a team heal as well as a single target turn meter boost, which is not bad. 4 books for this ability is a bit of a waste, to be honest, but it's a bit of a book sink for this guy. On his A1, his A2 on Teal Wings, 6 turn cooldown without any books, which is insane. But it books down to 3 turns. Which is again another book sink. 3 books, 3 cooldown turns here. AoE before attacking, remove all buffs from all enemies. So it's a strip, so that means he has a chance to sheep himself, especially in arena. Then place 100% chance when fully booked, a block buffs and a big decrease speed on all enemies. Finally, fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. So there's a lot of things going on in his kit, and it's all good stuff, right? You got a full enemy strip, and then you got a full block buffs, which is awesome for Hydra. It's one of the premier debuffs that you basically must bring against Hydra. And then decrease speed, which is also basically a must bring against Hydra as well. Block buffs also very good in arena. Just it really, you know, neutralizes your enemy if they can't apply buffs. And then they require a cleanser to get that off. But to me, block buffs, decrease speed, it sings Hydra. And then you have a turn meter filled by 15%, giving your team a bit more turns. On a 3-turn cooldown, excellent move. Usually when you look at 3-turn moves, I kind of compare like Arman's level abilities, where, you know, his 3-turn move where he AoE stuns and then steals the turn meter is actually like one of the craziest 3-turn abilities, I think, for in the game for like a legendary. Or if you want to look at like strip abilities, you can look at Odin. Odin has a 3-turn strip and stun. So this guy Pheidi here has basically the same strip, but instead of stun you get block buffs, decrease speed, and a turn meter boost. I think this is a little bit better than Odin's, to be honest, because you're getting 2 relevant debuffs and a turn meter fill on your whole team. It's a really strong A2 here from Pheidi. That's not even the strongest part of his kit. We go into his A3, Sky Mirage, 6 turns down to 4 turns with 2 books. Plarium giving us a little bit of a break here on the 2 books on his A3. Places a team increase resistance with the perfect veil on everybody except for himself. And then here's the best part about his entire kit: decrease the cooldown of all ally active skills except this champion by 3 turns. The cooldown of this skill cannot be decreased by other cooldown decreasing effects. So, you know, things like sets won't help, like you know, Merciless or Reflex won't help against this skill. Obviously other skills won't be able to reset this skill, which is fine. I mean, it's just Plarium, you know, laying out the specifics so people don't get anything crazy ideas with this. But, you know, it's on a 4-turn cooldown, and for that it's actually really strong. 3-turn reduction in your whole team. You can do all sorts of shenanigans with this, and, you know, basically any champion with cooldown reduction, especially on your whole team, even single target reduction is obviously very good, and you can find ways to use it. But a 3-turn reduction on your whole team ability on a 4-turn cooldown. Very, very strong. He also brings 2 buffs as well. His passive, not insane, but it does help. It's more of a support passive here. So it fills turn meter when your allies are under any of these hard debuffs. The turn meter fills are 30% more effective. And then when sheep is removed or expired, heals the ally by 25% and then place increased speed. So it gives your team basically a chance to come back a little bit faster when they're under hard CC or if they're under sheep, for example. Lastly, solid aura in all battles is resistance in all aura. I would have liked to see an accuracy. It would have been more useful, but resistance is harder to stack. So having a big one here is, it's good. It's good for some applications, but I think accuracy would have been a little bit better. All right, let's jump into some content areas and see how this guy does. He's a very good champion. You can definitely use him in many areas. Like for example, his A2 is very good in Hydra. His A3 is also very good in Hydra or Arena. And his overall kit can be used in both those very end game level areas. As for like just general dungeons, he can be a decent option for a lot of things. Like for example, like the reset can help you if you don't have a Kymar, for example. The strip could really help you against some bosses or some really tough waves like Doom Tower and stuff like that. And obviously his passive will be able to help your team recover if you're in a really bad situation against a bad wave or a bad boss. Just overall very versatile champion. But yeah, let's see what he can do in certain areas in the game. All right, so let's test him out in arena here. We're up against Cold Brew's team. And I got him basically in a speed team. I think Pheidi basically works the best as, in a go first type team where he gets a turn and gets to strip the enemy's buffs and then places the debuffs. And then gets a chance to reset the nuker so, you can attack again. So that's kind of the idea. Similar to how Kymar was used in the past, except Pheidi doesn't really bring like the CC, where Kymar had the AoE sleep and strip in the same move. Pheidi doesn't have that, right? So in this team, we got Arbiter going first, and then we got Pheidi for the strip, and then we got Armans for the CC, and then we got Marius for the nuking. So let's see how this team goes against the Cold Brew's team here. Hopefully we have enough accuracy to do things. Yeah, so I'll show you guys the builds for Pheidi afterwards. I got a couple different builds for you guys, just because you can build this champion for a lot of different areas, but of course you can have one build fits all. But I'm gonna show you guys some different builds for him. So here we go, AoE strip, and then we place the block buff, decrease speed with the turn meter fill. Here you go, strip. Yep, debuffs applied. Looks like the we do have one stack of intercept, so we do have one pinpoint set on Pheidi, and it was used to protect Pheidi from the sheep debuff. So that's good. It was useful. So now we got Armans here coming in. All the stone skin or whatever, if there was on, would have had a chance to get stripped. Now everyone's AoE CC'd. And yeah, now we get to do whatever to the team. We're going to come in here with the Marius and let's see what happens. Drop in some nukes. Back in it. So yeah, basically at this point now, we got the reset coming in, right? So now we get increased resistance and perfect veil. So we protect the whole team and then decrease the cooldown by 3 turns. So we're going to bring back the AoE again. So a move like this is actually really good because, for example, some nukers that don't have debuffs, they might use Heaven Cast, which is based off of buffs, for example. So this would give you 2 buffs that you don't really get too often, Veil and increased resistance. So that's going to, boost up your Heaven Cast stacks, right? Yeah, back to Armans, and Armans going to do his thing. Again, neutralizing the enemy. We don't really need to see Armans take over here, but... And then we have Marius once again, dropping the AoE nukes again. And yeah, at this point, it's kind of, Arman show, right? So that's really cool. A1, we got the heals as long as with the, we got the team heals with a single target turn meter fill. So not too bad there. Nice animation, of course. And then we can beat up this team afterwards, but we don't need to finish off this team here. Let's move on to another team. All right, so let's give Hell Hades team a shot here. So basically I have the build that I have for Pheidi and Armans right now. They're actually both in Supersonic sets. Supersonic plays really well against Sifi because it's a set that basically increases the speed based on how many buffs the enemy applies. So this could be really, really good. We'll have a quick try here. Obviously, we don't want to get locked out by the Warlord, which is going to be really, really crazy. But Marius is actually very strong against Mythicals in general. So let's see how this team fares. All right. So he's going to go first. Our supersonic set. Let's see if we can get there. We do get there. And now we're going to try with the Pheidi team strip. And then obviously block buffs and decrease speed. Let's see. And it worked. Yep, worked really good actually. And now everyone's wide open for the AoE stun. Boom. Everyone's AoE stun. We steal a turn meter and then we sheep the one threat, which is the lockout threat. All right. Looking good. Now we're going to buff up. Then unload the AoE. Marius. Everybody's dead. So at this point, yeah, we basically just won the game. Obviously, like having the CP go, his CP went first, buffed up, and then our Arbiter cut in, and then all our Armhands and Pheidi both were boosted up enough by her buffs. We all connected, and that's the end of the team there. So it worked out really well against Hell Hades' team here. Yeah, let's move on to another one. All right, let's check out AC's team here. We got the brand new Tribune Faction Unity champion here. Really, really cool champion as well. Came in the same update as Pheidi. Yeah, he does all sorts of stuff. He's a crazy damage dealer, 100% ignore defense here on his A2. He has some cool mechanic where he basically can, he's a threat even if he's dead, which is actually really interesting. His defense based. Really, really cool Faction Unity champion here. But yeah, we're going to see him in action here against this. I think it's going to be similar type of strategy. Our two CC strippers and debuffers are going to be performing pretty well against Sifi here. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. Again, the Necrit also boosting some of the supersonic stuff as well. Let's see here. So we're going to do the strip, try to strip the stone skin, and then place block buffs and decrease speed. Speed for the cameras. And all right, we got all the stone skin off. Yeah, this is real nice. And then our man's basically has open game here to stun away, right? Stun everybody away. Here you go. Neutralize him. Buff up. Unload. Hitting the reaction here a little bit. Oh no. He's strong. That's nasty. A1 fear. Very nasty. And what? We got the reset here. The resistance. Back in with the AoE. I mean, Armans could be like Odin, for example, or another kind of CC champion that you guys have. Could be a lockout. But obviously the yikes. Fear triggered. So pretty strong A1 from the Faction Unity champion triggering the fear. Don't need to sheep or anything. But yeah, their team looks pretty wide open right now. Like no buffs. Everybody's kind of stunned. Let's see what we can do here. Big hits. One for the block buffs. Decrease speed again. The strip. The intercept stack is still there. So no, still protected from sheep or anything like that. So real nice. The whole pinpoint set stuff. Real nice. Oh, Arbiter goes down to sheep. Feels bad, man. Tribune actually has a full undead team here. Go, and then that's gonna be it. So yeah, it works pretty good. Obviously, like we want, we have a speed team, right? We don't want to go in against another speed team and then risk being outsped. This is a team that we most likely would outspeed, and even if their CP is like super fast, way faster than ours, we do have the supersonic sets to try to catch up that way. All right, let's try one more arena fight here. Let's hit up Senda here. Let's hit up Senda. A little bit of a different setup here. We got Duchess, Rhodos, and Valkyrie. Pretty cool to see a Valkyrie in an arena team. I'm going to check it out here. Valkyrie's turn meter boost, and turn meter boost is going to benefit Marius. Her passive is going to benefit Marius, sorry. So we do have an advantageous matchup here, and then obviously the buffs and stuff will trigger the temporal chains and the supersonic sets. We do have an advantageous matchup here, but let's see how we do. Runtime speed for the cameras. Stone skin, stone skin. Okay, let's see if we can strip the stone skin here with our Pheidi. Looks like a turn meter stuff is happening. That's why Marius attacked. Let's take away those stone skin. Let's go. All right, we got them both. Block buffs and decreased speed landed, and now Arman's or your CC champion goes to town. That's everybody down. Who are we sheeping? Let's sheep the... should probably sheep... I feel like sheeping maybe Rhodos. Rhodos has the bolster shield. Let's sheep Rhodos. Main threat is gone. Slam. Oh, that's nasty. Rhodos comes back with the attack as well. All right. So we have the threat back. So now we at least can veil. So we can protect Marius here. Fortunately, Marius does have the turn meter. Yeah, the turn meter passive from Valkyrie triggering Marius. That's very, very nasty. Turn meter steal here. Rhodos is down. Rhodos is the main threat, of course. No need to sheep anything else, I think. With the reset, we can nuke again. Roberta coming back in. Yep, you see the turn meter boost is triggering the Marius, which is pretty nasty. Yep. Oh, so nasty. Valkyrie getting hard countered here by the Marius. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Gonna be pretty much it for this team. This Dutch is not gonna come back as we have a way to lock him down. But yeah, it looks good. I mean, yeah, Pheidi looks really good. The strip obviously working really well at the pinpoint set. Like I said, guys, making sure that you're in a go fast team, go first. You're gonna get that in, and then get the lockout or a CC champion to shut them down, and then basically you can just manhandle them afterwards. But really, really strong defenses I went up against, but this team worked out pretty well. All right, so we're back here with Hydra, and obviously this is going to be one of those situations where we're going to look at the best case scenario for Pheidi. And the kit on Pheidi is actually so insane for like a Trunda team, right? Because she has the A1 turn meter boost, as well as she covers the decreased speed, she covers the block buff. So if you don't have somebody like Gurtuk, you don't have to use somebody like Nia, for example. And then she has the team reset. Well, not reset, not full reset, but it's a 3-turn reset. And then she also brings like additional torment coverage with the veil as well. And if your Trunda has heaven cast, like I said, the veil plus increased resistance, so it's just extra buffs for extra damage. So she covers all of that really, really well. Yeah, let's take her for a spin. Let's see how it's all gonna go down here. This is after the mechanics change for Hydra, so things are gonna be a little bit different. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing the Duchess buff. She's in protection. So we're going to get some extra damage there. So here with Pheidi, going to go with the decreased speed block buffs. Per meter fill. Alright, lands it all. That's great. Decreased defense and weaken from Lydia. She's in the Hex set. And then we have the reset ability here, or we can place the unkillable. Let's place the unkillable and wait for Trunda to blast first. And then we'll do the poison buffing from Gurtuk. Don't really need him to do his block buffs anymore. And then we have Trunda here with the big blast. Not quite. Not bad. And then we have the reset on everybody. So Trunda as well. There we go. You see there, I got the extra turn. I do have her in Relentless. And I think Relentless is one of the ways that we're going to be able to get her reset ability back, of course. We do have the reset stuff, so we get more stacks here from Gurtuk. Get the buffs right back with Duchess. And then we actually have the... we can reset as well, but let's wait for Trunda to go first before we reset further. Right, there you go. Pretty quick. 2 blasts there from Trunda. And then we're back to decreased speed here. Really, really nice. I mean, this is real smooth. Obviously, this can be optimized even further. There you go. Real smooth, guys. Real smooth. build up those attack stats. Heal, a little bit of healing. There's the block buffs. We want to get a big blast in here with the spirit one. Down. Couldn't wait anymore, unfortunately. Too bad Trunda didn't have her big blast ready. Back to Duchess. And wait for the blast, I guess, one more time. Decrease defense and weaken. And kaboom. Right, there we go. Not bad, not bad. I mean, definitely. And here's the reset. Here's the reset. Boom, reset. Got a relentless proc. So instead of a 4-turn cooldown, basically a 3-turn cooldown, right? After a relentless proc. Increase defense and weaken. Burp tuck. Duchess. So here's the problem, right? We have to wait until the heads basically have the serpent's will. Really messes things up, right? Hold off. Gotta wait. Yeah, we just have to wait here until some of these serpent's will go away. Yeah, we gotta wait. Okay. Yep. We're waiting. And then we got the reset here. Oh, it's so bad. So bad. So this is one of the challenges, right? With the new Serpent's Will changes. So okay. Increase speed. Buff. I didn't have all the buffs and stuff going on with the Trunda, so reset didn't work out. I'm getting feared. Feels kind of bad. Let's killable. A1. A hex set would actually work pretty good on her as well. That would have been my second choice. Set up again. Reset. Increase attack. And explode. You know, she's another tool, right? She's another tool for those Hydra teams. And then what? We got the reset here. The full reset here. Got the 4-turn resets, right? You got the whole team getting reset. Then you can get another quick blast in here as well. Like I said, she's another tool for these Hydra squads. Sorry, these Trunda squads. So here we go, another blast. Boom. You just get some pretty good damage, right? Good damage. 3-turn cooldowns, obviously very insane. And you know, it's not hard to, you know, understand that any kind of reset champion is going to be very, very strong. And it seems like Plarium's just making the same kind of mistake, right? Over and over again. Like, these champions are just really strong. Pheidi's kit is very, very good. Obviously works very well together and all that stuff. So let's come out of here. I'm going to show you guys the builds here. Obviously in dungeons and stuff, she can be a great support, but she's not going to be the best in anything. She can take the role of Kaimar, for example, in a lot of different teams with the 3-turn cooldown. So don't worry about that. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I just wanted to showcase Pheidi in the arena, which I think is one of her main strengths, as well as Hydra, obviously for Trunda teams in the top end of options. You can obviously try her in like non-Trunda teams and she'll be still very efficient and effective. But let's check out her builds that I have her in here. So in the Hydra team, I had her in Relentless. Basically, I think Relentless is probably one of the sets that's going to work out pretty well for her for Hydra. Not necessarily for Trunda teams. You could probably put her in a Hex set for Trunda because she was actually outrunning a lot of her buffs, and it seemed like she wasn't fully utilizing all of her abilities properly. But I think Relentless works very well if she was like basically like in a normal team, just getting back to resets, all her speed downs and block buffs and stuff. Maybe if Gertuck wasn't on the team, maybe the extra block buffs would have been extra useful. So cycling through the Relentless set would have been pretty good. I think Relentless on her is probably a pretty good option for Hydra. Here are the total stats on her. She's partially in her arena gear, so don't be too mindful about the accuracy. If you want to use her for Nightmare, it's about 350 accuracy, so it's just something to keep in mind. Fully booked, of course. I have temporal chains on her. Again, this is for the arena, but you can definitely put her with cruelty, or yeah, cruelty probably works the best for her if you want to use her for Hydra. Masteries, these are going to be arena masteries. I didn't change anything, but these work reasonably well all over the place. So I'll show you guys the arena build that had him in, and it was this one. So I ran him in Supersonic. Supersonic gives a builds his champion's turn meter by 2% for each buff on the enemy. So we were running into a lot of CFs, and he was working out real good. We also I have a 5-piece on her, but that's not necessary. It's just for extra speed. And then we also have a pinpoint set, which is actually real nice. Obviously, the pinpoint set was from the exclusive dungeon that no longer is available. So hopefully you guys did farm up at least some usable pieces there. The 1 intercept stack protects them from getting sheeped. So this protects champions that have abilities to strip or place debuffs, and it protects them from getting sheep. So Pheidi has it all here on the A2, so it definitely protects him from any kind of sheep shenanigans. Definitely necessary for like debuffers and stuff. So 1 pinpoint set, very good. Temporal chains is solid. Reduces enemy speeds for each active buff. So further leveraging the supersonic set here. Mastery, same masteries as I just showed. Turn meter stuff here to cheat ahead. The A1 here to cheat ahead one champion. I took Shadow Heal just for a little bit of healing. He doesn't have any kind of healing in his kit. But if you're fighting supports, then supports will heal, and then Pheidi will heal up. Eagle Eye is self-explanatory. Extra accuracy, of course. I like the Evil Eye here. Sorry, Eagle Eye and then Evil Eye. I like Evil Eye here because Evil Eye actually gives you some more chances to push back your opponent. However, be careful against Marius, of course. This is going to be a little bit of a baddie against Marius. Make sure fully booked, of course. We got 4, 2, 4, 6, 10, 12 books. Very reasonable for a high-end champion here. And yeah, I think this build actually works pretty good. If you're in a speed build, you don't necessarily need to be in stone skin. So you just want to be fast, highly accurate, land stuff. And lastly, I'm going to show you guys like more of a mid-game build that I have for him. And it's going to be something like this. Just kind of plain perception, speed, fast. That's about it, right? You want decent accuracy so you can land stuff. You want to be decent speed so you can go first. And then like a build like this would work perfectly fine for Pheidi and like arena, dungeons, even Hydra. Of course, for Hydra you want like X set or something just to make him more versatile. But yeah, even like a build like this would be fine. You don't necessarily need the pinpoint accessories. They're just for extra speed and stuff, right? Great set. Just gives you a little bit of extra stats. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the showcase on Pheidi here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was informative, and hopefully it was fun to watch. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this champion. Personally, I think he's pretty awesome. He's similar to probably Kymar in a lot of applications, like in Arena at least. Kymar has a better aura, right? He brings the 30% speed aura, for example. Prince Kaimar here brings the 30% speed aura in the arena, which is obviously better. The ability, the A2 on Pheidi is basically like this, the strip with the debuffs, but the debuffs from Kaimar can sleep, so it can CC in the same move, which is better than Pheidi. And then his reset is better than Pheidi's. However, Pheidi's reset is 4 turns compared to 5 turns for Prince Kaimar. And Pheidi also brings a little bit more turn meter stuff, more turn meter boosting on the A2, boosting on the A1, boosting from the passive. So Pheidi definitely brings a bit more, but he's a void legendary, right? So you expect him to do a little bit more than Prince Kaimar. But I would say Prince Kaimar and him are pretty similar in terms of, you know, use cases for arena. But where Pheidi's actually much better than Kaimar is actually in Hydra, where Pheidi brings in the decreased speed, block buffs, very, very important, of course, and also the increased resistance and perfect veil to deal with torment just in case, right? So, you know, Tealcrest here obviously bringing a lot more than Kaimar, but they do kind of similar roles. So if you guys have success using Kaimar, or you guys like using Kaimar in arena, Pheidi here I think is a, you know, very suitable kind of option as well, or suitable champion for that role as well. But anyways, guys, that's going to be my verdict on Pheidi's excellent champion. I would love to have this champion. Definitely can find some use for him. Very, very useful, very high utility champion here. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed everything. Thanks for your time. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.